So, the 2020 NFL Draft just concluded on Saturday, and this draft was definitely one of the most exciting in a long time. We saw lots of picks that we didn't see coming, like the Packers taking Jordan Love, the Eagles taking Jalen Hurts, and lots of other picks. But we are here not to go in depth with those picks and grade those. We're here to really overlook and grade the Atlanta Falcons 2020 NFL draft picks. So, let's get started. So, with the 16th pick in the 2020 NFL draft, the Atlanta Falcons selected AJ Terrell, the cornerback from Clemson. And really thinking about this pick, this wasn't a bad pick. I've been able to watch some of his highlights, and while he wasn't a Jeff Okudah or CJ Henderson, really thinking about it, he probably was the best corner on the board at 16. Obviously, I wanted them to trade up to at least get a Javon Kinlaw or CJ Henderson. I honestly wanted them to trade up to get Isaiah Simmons or Jeff Okudah, but this pick will do. Overall, I grade this pick a B. It wasn't like the steal of the draft, but if we can develop him right, it may end up turning into a pretty damn good pick down the road. With the 47th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons selected Marlon Davidson, a defensive tackle from Auburn. And really thinking about it, this might be the best pick of the draft along with AJ Terrell. I mean, now, I'm not going to say that quite yet because one of our fourth rounders, I kind of feel like that also. But this could end up being the best pick of the draft. Remember when Marlon Davidson said that he just loved about football is that, he can hit a guy and the police not come after him? That really hypes me up about him, especially knowing that we have Tom Brady and Drew Brees in the division. I cannot wait to see Marlon Davidson get at them from the defensive tackle position or at the defensive end position. And there's a lot of versatility, especially on the line. Overall, I grade this pick an A minus. I feel like this could end up being a great pick. I don't know if I want to give it an A. I'm going to give it an A minus, but still very good pick by the Falcons in my opinion. With the 78th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons selected Matt Hennessy, a center from Temple. And this wasn't the best draft pick, and honestly, I think if you go back and see my Day 2 recap, I really wanted us to trade up for Zach Bond. Unfortunately, the Saints had more guts to trade up for him than Thomas Dimitroff, but that's besides the point. I get where this is coming from. Wasn't the smartest draft pick. We could have gone with a linebacker, but really at the end of the day, Alex Mack is in the final year of his contract. And, he can really, play that left guard spot, for us. I mean, we don't have a very good left guard. I don't really have trust in James Carpenter or Jamon Brown or whoever plays that left guard position. And I think Matt Hennessy, he could end up starting week 1 at the left guard position. And then make the transfer to center next year. Overall, I grade this draft pick C+. It wasn't the best draft pick, wasn't the worst. It's gonna be, we're thinking about the future, but for right now this year, we could have gone defense with this pick, but it's still a pick that I'm not completely mad with, so C+ for this pick. With the 119th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons selected Mikael Walker, linebacker from Fresno State. And, this could honestly end up being a great draft pick in the end. And really, this could end up being, this is a bit of, aggressive. This may be a jinx. This could end up being Deion Jones 2.0. He can be able to get to the quarterback. There's one highlight of him sacking the quarterback and the running back. He can get to the quarterback. He could play linebacker. He's fast and physical. And isn't that one Dan Quinn wants? Fast and physical. And this is physical, fast linebacker. So overall, I give this a B plus. So yes, a B plus for Mikael Walker. You may think it's a little too high, but maybe I'm being generous, but I give this a B plus. With the 134th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons selected Jalen Hawkins, a safety from Cal. And really, this is a younger Keanu Neal, if you really think about it. And when I saw this player's highlights, this could end up being the steal of the draft for the Falcons. And really, this is a Keanu Neal 2.0. And if he can stay healthy, this could end up being great. This is someone that can, play safety and get a few interceptions. He can force fumbles. He can get to the quarterback some. This is, in a way, a very versatile player if you really think about it. And this may be overblown, but CBS Sports gave the grade. I feel like I gotta give it this grade too. I'm giving this an A. I really think that this could end up being the best draft pick in the long run for the Falcons in 2020. With the 228th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons selected Serling Hoffa, a kicker / punter from Syracuse. And really, this could end up being a wasted draft pick, but at the same time, it's the 7th round. How many 7th rounders end up, being an absolute superstar? I mean, really, was I the only one expecting us to maybe get a kicker to compete with Young Waiku? Remember what happened with Giorgio Tavecchio last year? He thought he had that job, so we started missing field goals, and then we had to bring back Matt Bryant. He didn't do good. Then we brought back Koo. Now, I think Koo is way better than Giorgio Tavecchio, but I don't know. Maybe to just challenge him a little bit. And also, from what I know, I think we have cut Matt Bosher. We signed another punter, then cutted him. So this really makes a big, impact. And he could really end up playing punter. Overall, I give this draft pick a grade of a D. It was wasted, but it could end up being pretty good, eventually. But I really don't have a lot more to say about this draft pick. So, in conclusion, this draft for the Falcons was decent. It wasn't the best draft class in a long time. That probably goes to 2016. It also wasn't the worst of all time either, and I don't really know when that could be. But I give this overall a solid B. It wasn't, A material. It also wasn't C or D material. A B. When you look at these draft picks, some of them, like the kicker, really didn't make a lot of sense. But most of the other ones did really make sense to me when I really thought about it. And yeah, that is going to be it. I, for now, upload Monday, Wednesday, and Friday about Falcons football, and I will see you on Wednesday, and until then, rise up.